What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and welcome to our XLeads weekly support call. And today on this support call, what I wanted to do was dedicate it towards one of the most requested topics, honestly, for XLeads, which is wholesaling land, wholesaling vacant land, whatever one you want to call it, right? So today we're going to be talking about how to go inside of XLeads and wholesale land. Now, as a wholesaler, I've always been like, okay, why do so many people there's so many people like obsessed with wholesaling vacant land? And it's always funny, like some people just really love this stuff, and I do it well. But the way that I've always looked at wholesaling vacant land was a complement to me wholesaling houses. I'd always wholesale the house, and then I do land with it. But there are an exclusive area of wholesalers that only do vacant land. So we don't want to leave these people out. So what I'm going to do right now is show you how you can exclusively wholesale vacant land inside of XLeads. Now, there's a lot of wholesaling vacant land is a lot of different nuances, right? There are infill lots, which are probably my favorite part of wholesaling land, which is like it's the best way to describe it is it's house, vacant land, house. There are other ones where it's just raw land, and you can wholesale them, but it's definitely about the area. And that's another part of vacant land we'll get into today of how the area is just as important as the type of land you're doing. And probably what we need to know is how do I find buyers for my vacant land? We're going to go through all this stuff today and share it right now. So let's go into XLeads and let's start wholesaling vacant land. So guys, give me a comment. I want to see from anyone in here, where are y'all from? And more specifically, comment below where I should be wholesaling land today. Find me a market. I will give you the best vacant land buyers in that market, and we'll expose some stuff. Let's break it all down. Where should we wholesale land today? Let's figure it out. All right. So we got first one is Kansas City. Ooh, all right. Got the first one here, Kansas. All right, let's do Kansas City, Missouri, wholesaling land there. So let's get started here to XLeads, and let's get into Kansas City. All right. So all we're going to do is go to Kansas City. Actually, Jackson County. You guys get a great football team, and I choose you first. So congratulations. All right. So we got. All right. So these are all the properties in Jackson County, Missouri. So perfect. So what we need to do here is find the vacant land. So what I do first and foremost, everyone can see me, right? Cool. We go to filters, and we're just going to go to land here. All right. We're going to get rid of the other stuff and specifically just do land. And now kind of it's all in there. Pretty much it, right? Now from here, we are going to go to, we don't really, like, the problem with land is I'd love to get into the more filtering of things, but it's kind of, there's kind of not many points on this. And the land's a little different. So if you go to overlays here, let's change the satellite view here. These are going to show basically good vacant lots on here. We can see the clusters. So let's kind of go back out here and find one. So for example, out here. So that one's probably knocked down. So it's going to give all the vacant land, and I don't know when this map box was done, but it seems a little older. And all we see here are vacant land. Now these are zoned vacant land, and you got to remember a lot of these are owned by like a university. So we got to go filter out here and go by, I like to do individual. The problem is government trust stuff like that you can do. So individual business, you don't want financial or government and keep it under trust. They'll filter out even more and you go from there. Now, another place which is really good is like Harris County, Texas, right? If you go to Harris County, Texas, there's going to be a lot more. Let's see where we're at on this one. These are massive ones right here. Got some land on here. Got to research these. Search, overlay it. There you go. Perfect. And then you just filter out there. Yeah, filter out through there. You'd be good to go. So now we have the list of land. And we got to go through here. So basically what we can do is, how big is this list? Harris County. 38,000. Jesus. Okay, so we're going to do years ownership, at least 3 years ownership on here. We don't want anything on the MLS, so I'm just going to go out here. I'm going to filter this even harder. See, I click this little button here, and we are going to exclude active investor owned and exclude active listings. So that should help me a little bit on here, but 12,000. So here's the problem with land. It's like, okay, well, land can be anywhere, right? So like out west here, there's probably a stupid amount of land, which is like, oh gosh. Great. What do we do here, right? So what you can do is there's this little drawing tool right here. And you can go right here and be like, okay, well, I want to do like the woodlands or something north. You can draw something like right here, here, and here. There you go. There you go. And you can search for vacant land in that area. And then from there, looking from there, you can find all the vacant land. So some are like for $6,000. Oh, where is it? There you go. And then you can find the vacant land in those areas. So you can get like a vacant lot right here. Oh, I guess I moved it. Oh, oops. Yeah, move it back over here. Let's pop up the property here. So we got the vacant land here, and we got this one, for example. So this lead is vacant land, mobile right there. And I thought we put no MLS. Why is it? Oh, okay. It's sold. So that's fine. So this is a piece of vacant land right here. And we got some interesting info on it, right? We got equity on it. So the cool part is the land is subdivided into the types of land. So this one's just vacant land, unfortunately. Like we'd love to. Oh, what's that? Blah blah blah. Like the crazy info on the land's not going to be much. Now, the one thing that is cool on there is you can figure out exactly the parcel IDs and the lot sizes, which is all you really need. So we do like a lot square foot calculator. 8,000 is going to be, let's see. So 8,000, I don't know this off the top of my head. 8,400 is going to be 0.19 acres. So you want at least a quarter acre if you're trying to sell the piece of land, just from my personal experience. And then Texas is a little harder to get the info, but not bad. And this one sold for 70 grand. So that's actually a good land comp. Now, the cool part is you can do some land comping on here, which is so fun. But if we did like Waco's axis, for example, a long talk on the Discord, the guy from Waco last week. And we did Waco. Okay, we're going to search this area. We're going to get 1,000 leads. So 1,000 vacant land leads isn't bad. We're going to do some more filtering on here, right? We are going to do land only and get rid of the other stuff. We are going to individual, business, trust. All right, that's cool. In-state, in-state, out-of-state absentee owner. That doesn't really matter for land. And then, cool. And then we're just going to make sure this sucker is not on the market. So exclude active listings, exclude active investor owned. Remember, active investor owned is going to show people that actively own multiple like rental or investment properties. So boom, simple as that. And it's not Harris County, so it's a lot smaller. 725. You know, if you're really wanting to get into like the land business, this will be your thing. So yeah, go crazy. But I'll tell everyone that as long as outside Baylor, I'm pretty sure in Waco, it's not really going to be too bad. Now, all you have to do is just collect all this info right here. So select all, go to my leads, download it, and you get it all skip traced, which is really fun. That's how you get the vacant land, basically leads. And I would probably text these leads. Calling them okay. It's not like the best calling list in the world because it's like, well, are you the owner of this property and are you interested in selling it? Now, Texas is a fun one because some of these properties are worth like 2 or 3 million because they have oil rights or mineral rights, and there's oil there or some other fun stuff. That's great. The one thing I will tell you is I'm far from the expert on this. So I'm wholesaling land. I am not the expert on how you can mine for oil. Maybe I should get into the oil game in wholesaling real estate, wholesale, but that's not what I do. So you definitely have to. What I would tell you to do if like you have a deal and has like mineral rights in it, right? Juan's asking us is you should find properties that sold with mineral rights. So one filter I would do here is let's go here. So let me show you what I do. If I'm doing Waco, Texas, I would go here. So let's do Waco. Let's clear our filters here. And all I'm going to do is let's get rid of this export. So, okay, get rid of active listing exclusion. All right. We're going to be at 746. Not bad. What I'm going to do here is we are going to go move this to cash buyers for vacant land. So now we have cash buyers for vacant land on here. Let's clean this out a little. Okay. So let's do Harris County. It's a little bigger, so it'll be a little easier to do. Okay, Harris County, Texas. Cash buyers. Oh, that's exclude cash buyers. Include cash buyers. Okay. 574 vacant land cash buyers that we see here. Perfect. Let's get rid of the year's ownership and the out of state. That should open it up a little more. Okay, 1,200. And we want cash sales for the past 6 months. Probably 3 months would be better. And let's do last year. I'll show you why we're doing a full year. There's a reason why. Okay. So we're at 255. All right, awesome. So it looks like a lot of them are going to be up here, but we're going to do a full search. Okay, we got 3,000. Perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to go here to filters. Now we're going to go down here to property keywords, and we're going to put mineral rights. 2 other keywords. Let's see. Okay. Now we're going to press enter and press done. Now it's researching this. So not popping up on here. So got to figure this out. Oil. Interesting. Let's see here. I'm trying to show this. Okay, it's telling me to do mineral. Let's figure that out. Okay, so it's only going to do active listings. So maybe it'll be a sold listing will show it. Interesting. Let me go back to the team on this. That should be working. I tried that out the other day. Let's try another place. Let's try Dallas County. Okay, filter sold properties that have the word mineral in it. Okay, we have a couple on here. So this was a property with the mineral rights on it. So weird, Houston didn't have any. It's probably with the MLS here. Let's see here. So oil was definitely on that one. So it should be on that keyword. Let's go back here and look. Only two. That's weird. Let's do rights. Okay. So we're getting a little more on here with land with the mineral rights on them. It's just really weird, huh? That's one way to find buyers, but honestly, it'd be a little easier if we just did the investor leads. So we go here to investor leads and we can put, let's do Waco again. Now, vacant land is actually a pretty easy one to do on here. So you got to remember, in Texas, there's 3 ways people buy land, but there's usually 2 around the whole world. But in the United States, people, mostly the majority of them, I'd say 99% of your cash buyers for vacant land are going to want to buy the vacant land to either buy the land and just keep it. This is called land banking. That's about 2% of vacant land people do this. And I know it sounds weird. They just buy the piece of land, they just keep it. It happens all the time. Like right here, we're like on the river. There are a ton of people that across the kind of the river here, because this goes straight into the ocean, like a couple miles to the ocean, right? Take a boat, boom, you're in the ocean right there. But there's a lot of people in here that own quarter-acre lots in the family, and they buy them for like $1 and a burger in 1930, and they're worth like $3 or $4 million, right? Like an acre on the water. And so the funny part about it is like people do it and they make a ton of money, and you only have to pay property taxes, which isn't terrible. And people do that with land in Texas because they try to get the mineral rights, whatever, hoopla. But the majority of your vacant land buyers are going to be who we call developers. These are going to be people who are going to be builders, right? They're going to buy the piece of land, they're going to build upon it, and then sell that lot with the house. Now, this one's actually the easiest to find. Not a lot of people know the secret on finding them. And I'm just going to show you exactly the secret to finding them today. But basically, you just got to find people who are buying land and then putting a house on it and then reselling it and making a ton of money. So that's pretty cool. Now, the other type of land person is like the landlord, like a tongue twister, the landlord land man. So LLM. The landlord land man. Landlord land man. And this is somebody like me. I've done this plenty of times where I'll buy a piece of vacant land, throw a mobile home on that sucker, and be the trailer trash king. I love doing this in expensive markets. So be a market where like there's a lot of like $1 million homes. Had a nice cheap piece of land, and we just put a mobile home there, right? Get it connected to power, sewers, and yeah, boom, put a mobile home, septic, you're good to go. And so you can start doing these. These are like good for like 0.12, 0.15 acre lots. These are usually what they work the best with. So let me show for most. So for most of your cases, by the way, guys and gals, it's going to be vacant land, basically house like developers, people that are builders. So the best way to find builders on here is to go into investor leads, go to Flipper, and find the flippers in the area. Let's see, okay, let's make sure my filters are okay. So these are going to be all the cash buyers in Waco, Texas, the top flippers. Now, what I'm telling you to do is let's change this all up. We want the average purchase price max to be $75,000. I might be like, whoa, Zach, what in the world are you doing here? Guys, there's a method to my madness. So if the average house you're buying is $75,000, there's not really many $75,000 houses in Waco, Texas. Waco, Texas median home price is $189,000. So if someone's buying houses for $75,000, they're not buying houses, they're buying land, right? Now, your average gross profit minimum has to be at least $75,000. That's probably a little more than that. But now you might wait. So you're telling me somebody has to buy the house for $75,000 and make it and sell it for at least $150,000? That's ridiculous. No, that doesn't happen. On paper, it does happen. So no, nobody's buying something for 75 grand and then making $75,000 like net profit. What they're doing is they're buying a piece of vacant land for like $50,000. They're building a $100,000 house on there and selling it for 200 and making 50 grand profit. This is what builders do. So this is the big secret. Nobody wants to tell you. I don't think there's any source on the internet that actually shares this or has a strategy or software like this. But this is the power of vacant land, especially finding buyers. Now, as you see, these are going to be all of the builders in the area. So like Heb Homes right here. I don't get in too much trouble. Okay, that's their phone number. I don't want to share too much about it because you know the YouTube likes to be sometimes. But yeah, it's in here. It's skip trace. You can just call them up. You're good to go. And as we can see, this person is buying and building, or they're buying and then renovating. Who knows what they're doing? But let's go here. Wattex LLC. Let's look up Wattex. Interesting. Let's look at Texas. Wattex. So Wattex might be commercial, so that's why we're not getting anything on here. So no big deal. So let's go back here. We got here. Interesting. This guy, Gary A. Kiger. So, someone already skip traced this one, unfortunately. But looks like they're building on land, which is pretty cool. And so, yeah, I would call Gail right here. And yeah, boom, find a cash buyer. So that's it's pretty easy to find cash buyer for vacant land doing that, right? On top of this too, we can do our marketing for vacant land. So what I always love doing is just clicking inside of here and then going into ninja mode. And we could take that information and start marketing. So let's get into ninja mode. So again, if you're brand new, we have a lot of videos on XLeads on this channel, but ninja mode is basically our CRM and marketing platform side of this. So XLeads has two sides. We have the XLeads data platform, which is just us finding our buyers, finding our leads, finding our deals, the unlimited free skip tracing. And then we have the other side, which is the CRM, which is the cold calling, the dialer, the texting platform, the e-signing, right? So there is XLeads and there's ninja mode, right? They're completely separate. Now, you got to remember, if you're brand new, right? Everyone gets ninja mode regardless of your status, right? You have the basic plan, the X plan, right? You all get ninja mode. That's why we love ninja mode, right? And let's go here, sub accounts. Perfect. Oops, there we go. All right, let's go here, let's log in. All right, it's loaded in here. Okay, cool. So here is Ninja mode. So right here, and pretty much what you got to see here is this is your dashboard, right? You do your texting, you can import your contacts. I'd probably go into contacts first, import your leads. Payments, you can do your e-signing. So if you're going to go here and you're going to e-sign like a contract, for example, for like vacant land, you can go inside of here and you can add a signature and have someone e-sign your vacant land. So it's really important when you're doing vacant land. I'll be honest with you. Most people, okay, most people in wholesaling that are into vacant land, they're all doing it virtually. And the craziest part about it is if you want to do e-signing, you got to pay 40, 50 bucks a month for like an e-signing service. You just get it for XLeads for $49 a month and boom. Everything else is kind of profit from there. So that's kind of the point here. So the e-signings for most people, most important part of Ninja mode if you're a virtual wholesaler. And remember, let's share again. This is, you're just in the payments tab, right? Click payments. So right here, this is the payments tab. Then you go to documents and contracts, all documents and contracts, and then you upload your PDF, right? And then you just import the lead as a contact, and then boom, you're good to go. And you get it e-signed and you're cool. You have confirmation, it's legally binding, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's how you e-sign inside of there. Now, you can do our texting, you can create some land automations, right? So this is all going to be in the automations tab. And this is basically our go high level setup, right? So we're never like, oh, you know, we're not hiding it. It is go high level, right? And the reason is because you can go and look up go high level tutorials and make your own automations and kind of customize Ninja mode into the way you like it. So we put our spin on it, but we want to see your spin put on it too. So to know how to do it. So that's Ninja mode right there. And then you can do your automations, do your follow-ups in the land leads, everything like that. So that's the best way to kind of go around here and use it, right? Again, we have our Ninja mode training right here. So you click that and it's going to pop up the XLeads YouTube channel, which has just all the videos possible that you'd want about how to use XLeads. We release videos every single week. We do a weekly live stream, which you are watching this right now. We do it every single Saturday morning. And we just teach you wholesaling real estate and how to become the best wholesaler possible. So that is roughly how to start wholesaling vacant land with the power of XLeads. Pretty fun, pretty exciting, pretty cool. So if you want to get started with XLeads, just go to xleads.com and start your vacant land journey. Or if you're doing any other wholesaling, just let me know. So what I want to do is I kind of do these support calls where I kind of talk about a very specific topic, especially one that is highly requested. And then from there, I want to answer your questions and see what's going on with you guys and help you out. So we talked about vacant land. So let me answer your wholesaling specific questions and let me try to help you out. So let's answer some questions here and see what I can do to help you become the best wholesaler possible. And obviously, if you want a one-on-one, you want to talk, you have a question, here is my StreamYard link. Any XLeads user or someone who's looking to get into XLeads can hop on here and talk to me. I'd love to talk to you. So Marquez says, question for A2P sign up, the tech support will help us with this, or do we have to look at the videos how to do this? So two things here. All right. So let me put my ninja hat on. So if you flip it over, I got the ninja. We got the XLeads ninja. So when I go into ninja mode, I gotta flip the hat. But basically, with A2P, what you gotta do is email billing@xleads.com. I'll put that right here. Email billing@xleads.com. And that's basically our ninja department and our billing. They're the same because there's billing with ninja mode. So they're kind of all connected. But basically, this is our ninja department. And you're just going to email them and they'll get you connected. They'll show you the steps. They'll help you out with everything, right? You can even call. So let me get their phone number. I think we updated this site. We should have. Let me see here. So their phone number, if you want to call them, is... Here's their phone number. By the way, they do not answer on the weekends because they are off with their families. But Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the Ninja department, you can call. It's 305-203-2333. 305-203-2333. So if you want to call, somebody on the Ninja team will pick up and they'll help you out. Pretty cool. Let's see here. With the skip tracing, it's always one number. So if you go out here and export the data, you got it. You have multiple numbers when you export the data. So I think I heard you say go high level to start texting. No, you go through billing at XLeads.com or you call the number on the Ninja mode and we'll get you set up on there. So if you want to see the charges with your Ninja mode, I'll show you how to go in there. So you just got to go to your billing in your settings, which I'll show you how to go in there and you'll see the charges you have on there. So this is why we're very, very careful here on when you're going out here and you are like, there's a reason why when you put your credit card in, you still have to get approved from our team because we don't want you to be, here's the biggest problem we did. We added, everyone's credit card was connected from regular XLeads into Ninja mode. And then you all started calling and like, I didn't know I had to pay for the dialer, or I didn't know I had to pay for texting. And people started getting really mad. And so I said, fine, we are going to make it impossible to start texting or calling, or it'd be impossible for you to even be charged inside Ninja mode without saying, okay, I'm okay with being charged for it. So when you start with XLeads, right, you have to go email billing at XLeads. We have to say, okay, A2P is going to charge you, texting is going to charge you, and calling is going to be charged. Is that okay? And then you say, yes. And then we allow you to start being charged. So a little more complicated, but the reason is people want to know. So if you want to find out what your billing is, you go here. Let's go right here. All right, let me share. So if you want to see your charges on XLeads Ninja mode, right here is Ninja mode. And you go to settings. Then you see where it says billing. This is going to be your billing. And it'll show you all your invoices, all your charges, and all your stuff inside of here. So hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, I know it's crazy, but like people legit thought that you could send 40,000 texts for free. It does cost some money. But the cool part is what happens is because Go High Level, like it's a white label with the Go High Level, so they pretend like they're not real. So when you pay $1 for calling, Go High Level charges us $1, and then we collect $1 from you, which means we have to lose money with credit card fees. But we put it at the lowest margins possible. We make no money on it, and it's the cheapest Go High Level like type of account you can ever have. The cool part is if you guys have another Go High Level you're using, the calling and texting is probably 25% more expensive. There's no up. We don't have any margins on the calling. We could double your rates and profit everything, but we chose not to because we don't care. But yeah, some great questions though. So Franklin's got a great question. He says, hey, I've been having issues getting suspended with Go High Level. I've changed the scripts. I have also updated my opt-in, but my failure rate and error rate is high. So Franklin, what I would do is I would email billing at XLeads and they can actually look inside your account and let you know. So one thing I will tell you here is number one, if your error rate is high, most likely it's you're not validating your phone numbers. So what I would do inside of Ninja mode here, which we show everyone, is this is an automation to create that maybe you have it, but maybe it's not working. I have no idea why. Kind of interesting. But we're going to go here to automations and we're going to make sure this automation is already set up in your account. If it's not, then somebody on the team can help you create this. but it'll be in the back here. Twilio validation. And pretty much what this is it makes sure that any number, if it is not capable for SMS, it is not texted. This will help with your error rate substantially and make sure that you stay compliant with it. If it's not working, then most likely don't have that on there. So please email billing at XLeads and we will help you out. And the Ninja Mode team, it wants to help you succeed. All right. All right, let's see what other question we got. Does it require us to have the business structure in place? Yes, you will need an LLC for the texting portion, not for the calling. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, we're just going to pay for everything because you get to pay for stuff, and it says right there when you sign up how much it is. We do tell you how much it is. So the texting is $0.0087. So it's like an eighth of a penny per text. That's just what Twilio charges. I mean, yeah. They do have the best opt-out rates I've personally found. So let's see here. So what questions you got? What's up, Brandon? So Mark, our answer Mark has this question there. Let's see here. Steve says, hey, good morning. I got the basic plan. What's the best list to pull? The best list to pull is probably going to be a vacant stacked list, or actually your AI list. Let's see here. So probably our most asked question is, Zach, or when are you going to do another free trial for XLeads? So that's a great question. Probably not for a very long time. And yeah, probably not. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The reason is, and I know this sounds like a cop out, but our customer support ticket response went from like responding within like 5 minutes to a ticket to like an hour, because the amount of flooding that we had of people on the free trials asking questions, because it was insane. We just couldn't answer all the phones in time. Like it was crazy. And I hate to tell you, when I train somebody for XLeads, right, especially on the Ninja Mode, like it takes me 2 weeks personally, because there's no easy button to go train somebody. It takes about 2 weeks for me to train someone for Ninja Mode. And yeah, it's a lot. And so it took me a very long time. And once we got rid of the trial, everyone was able to get their phone picked up quick and I'd answer it. And so, yeah, we're not doing a free trial for a while. Let's see here. Jason, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, Zach? How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Doing great, bro. That scenery in the background is tough, bro. Are you in Cabo or something?
I'm at I'm in the office.
Oh, snap. It looks different.
Oh yeah, we got a dude snook fishing out there. Let me see. Yeah, we got a guy snook fishing. Yeah. Look at that
That's
boat.
in
That boat
Florida?
right there, that boat right there going by, that has 4 engines. That boat is a $1.5 million right there. Holy
Oh my gosh.
It's called a Invincible boat. If you want to look up, it's called Invincible. 4 engines. Jesus, man. What's going on? Yeah, we got the binoculars all the time.
I got you, bro. real quick. It's kind of an XLeads question, but not really.
Okay.
I just really want to get your perspective on it, because I really want to do it. Right now, like I told you before, I'm doing 3 virtual markets. And for volume, my goal was to hit like 3K texts each day for each different market. But I really like this other market, somewhere in Kentucky. And I really want to add it to like my marketing plan, especially doing the XLead list and the government list. but I'm a solo, like I'm doing it solo. So I just want to see your perspective if I'm doing too much. But I really do want to do the four the four markets. But I just want to get your perspective on it.
Try it out.
All right, cool. Because I saw
Why
that
not?
the nationwide niche, but I don't
Yeah.
think it's not nationwide if it's four markets. So hey,
If you could pull the government list, I'd say yes.
yeah, definitely. It's mostly code violations. I think you know what market I'm talking about, Kentucky.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But and also, I'm about to get a deal locked up from the ROS text blast, and that thing works so much.
Dude,
Oh
I
my
told you
god.
it works, man.
You want to know what the seller told me? He said
What
he
do you
gets
think?
at least 30 to 40 texts and calls each day about that property. And the only reason why he called me is because I had an offer on my text. So the thing is
What
great, man.
they say the same thing for the postcard when there's an offer on them too.
No, yeah. This thing is great, man. Thank you, Zach. You're the
Tony,
GOAT, bro.
appreciate it. Keep it up, Jason.
All right, God bless you, brother.
There we go. Muji, what's going on?
Yo, Zach, what's going on, bro?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Blessed as well, man. Good to talk to you, man. It's been a long time.
I'm good, man. What's going on?
Nothing much. We're just checking on the. So we have a couple of JVs right now, where a couple of lands, vacant lands, are speaking of. I believe that Nina already spoke to you about them. I'm just checking about the updates on each of them as well.
The one in Vero Beach.
The one on Vero Beach, and the other one is in Orlando, right behind the Millennium Mall.
Let me check back on here. There we go. Okay, so do you want our team to call Nina or you?
Say that again.
I'll send this to my girl. Go call you on Monday. Sound good?
Sure,
Okay,
absolutely.
we're gonna call Monday about it. The Vero Beach one, we're interested in one. The Orlando one's not looking too fun.
I understand.
So that Vero one does not
We're
look good.
probably
But
gonna go out.
you're probably gonna what?
I said that we were probably gonna like renegotiate or have this nice conversation with the seller. He was like trying to give this pitch to us as like he's about to have like this heart surgery or something like that, and he needs the money so far. Although he lives in Hawaii,
Okay,
but anyways, we'll have to retalk that.
let's do it. Seems like a good deal.
Yeah. Also, I'm about to. Yeah, it's a good one. Vero Beach though. I lost my train of thought on the question.
That's a
I
good
was gonna
deal.
have another
That
question
one we
though.
can get that one sold pretty quick. I have like 3 builders. Pretty easy.
That's good. That's good. I did have a property, actually a vacant land in Port Charlotte that I locked it up for 45, and I had to cancel it because I realized everybody's been telling me it's like, Muji, you locked it up for way too much. You would probably barely lock it up for 20 or so, maybe lock it like and try to sell it for 25 or 30. So I canceled it. 2 months later, the seller
Yeah.
came back and talked to me like, "Hey, Muji, do you still want to buy the land? I think I can go for the 20." I was like, "Okay, just do your math and call me back again." So I think I will call him back again today to see what's up with that.
So the thing about it is, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, the thing about Port Charlotte is anything from Sarasota to Fort Myers was hit so hard by that hurricane that it's even harder to do a house in that area. I already hate the West Coast in general in Florida for wholesaling, except for Tampa. And the Panhandle is kind of cool. But like that whole area, man, like Cape Coral's so big, it don't work, in my opinion. Brandon says he's got a buyer in Charlotte. So hit him up. He's always big on the Discord. That's who I'd talk to.
All right, sounds good.
There we go.
All right,
Awesome,
thank
man.
you so much, Zach. Appreciate you. Yeah, one more
Appreciate
thing,
it.
if you don't mind me.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I don't have access to the group and the XLeads anymore. I don't know why, and I didn't have the the upgrade. I will send you an email again with what's up, and then we can reach from there.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. Just
All right.
send an email, and then send an email with, it's all through APIs. So if you have the X plan, the API should be connected with it. So if you got out, there's probably an API issue on there. So send the email that's connected with your XLeads, and it'll all be connected on there.
Let me rephrase. I meant like the XLeads group in school, and the upgrade that you were talking about about a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
I'll send you an email like, with everything that's
your API. So if you send the email, we'll look at the API and look at the history of it and see what happened, and then my team can let you know.
Sure, no problem. All right. Appreciate it so much, Zach. I'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks. All right, what's going on, Nick?
Okay, there we go. Can you hear me?
Yep. What's going on?
Awesome. Doing that on a different computer this time. I've got about 3 questions for you.
Sure.
First of all, is there an XLeads app? Are you guys going to create an app that we can do it on our iPhone so that we don't have to go to the site? We can just do the app.
Yes. So we have it's LeadFlow is the app we're using right now because that's one of the data providers we have.
Okay.
We are currently working on an app that's going to be its own thing.
Okay, awesome. Second, are you guys going to update the vids on the subjects of JV and subject 2? And they're all good vids, but I mean, some of them are kind of dated because you're still talking about other lead generator software.
Yeah, we're working on a new JV one, and we're working on a new subject 2 thing, but that's for the future update for XLeads. There's no point in making a video if we're going to re-update it, unfortunately.
Okay. Lastly, I did some cold calling in Pennsylvania, found one good lead, but the guy wants to, it's a retired landlord. He's not going to sell until like summer. So I'm wondering, can we like post date contracts, or cause like if I wanted to get him under contract, could I sit there and say, well, I'm gonna, post date or predate or whatever?
So you don't post date or predate anything. That is illegal.
Okay.
Yeah, so be very careful of that. What I would do is I'd write the closing date on or before, and then I'd put like August.
Okay, on or before. Okay.
Don't change the dates on anything.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that because I mean it's in a good area, and I've been trying to get a hold of people to JV with. I just guess I have to try a little bit harder because I know people are busy. But yeah, funny comment. I was listening to the live stream last night with my girlfriend. Man, she was like, is he talking about you? What's going on? It was funny because I did feel called out because, this you give so much of like, I mean, you're literally giving a step-by-step recipe of how to do wholesaling, and people just aren't, doing the work. So it's kind of inspired me to, because I mean, it's 2 degrees here. It's -2. And my girl's like, hey, let's get moved to Texas by the end of the year because we're both sick of this winter weather. So that's kind of why I'm wanting to do a subject 2. My goal is to eventually do a subject 2, get moved into a place somewhere in Texas, San Antonio, Dallas, somewhere like, Austin even. And then once we get settled there, basically just do driving for dollars and some of that other stuff. Because I would really like to work with Luca because he seems to know, he seems to be pretty good at what he's doing. I mean, he's like an expert. So, okay, so that's about all I have for you. But yeah, keep up the good work. God bless, and I'll chat with you later.
All right. If you want a subject 2 deal, pre-foreclosures on a nice property, that's what you got to do.
Okay.
Easy as that.
Yeah.
Pre-foreclosure, low equity on wherever you want it, and on a house that's not ugly.
Okay. Awesome. Take care.
All right. Keep it up. There we go. KC, what's going on?
What's up, Zach? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
How you doing?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Okay. I had a few questions. First off, great job on XLeads. One of the things that I'm not necessarily having an issue with, but it's land. Like I noticed that when you were going in some of the areas and doing land, if you click on a lot of those properties, it throws the land amount off because half of those properties are houses. They're not land. You literally have to go in there and tap on each one and go all the way in depth to even be able to pull the lots out. So that makes it very difficult when you're trying to, you know, gather your list or whatever. And then my second thing is I pulled some data from the county because I do a lot of land. I pulled some data from the county. I tried to upload it into the XLeads. The problem that you run into is the ones that have an address, they will upload. But if they do not have an address, if it's just a street, it will not upload. So I had a list that was like 350 of the county records, but only like 110 of them had an address. So I lost the rest. Do you have a workaround maybe for that?
So if there's not an address, we can't connect the property to the data. Does that make sense?
Yep.
There's no magic fairy that says, you know. So yeah, you need that, man.
So the question that I was going to ask is, are you guys going to do anything different on the upload to make it to where you can?
I mean, we can't really put like a magic fairy that says, find me magically this address. You would either need the APN,
correct,
the legal address, or an actual address of the property. Even a piece of vacant land has an address. They all do. If they're going to charge you taxes, there's going to be an address on there.
Correct.
So I would probably put my workaround is I would put the data into Gemini, and what Gemini will do, go into Google Maps, put a pin on the property, and then wherever that pin's at, that's the address. That's the workaround around it.
Okay. Another thing is inside of Ninja mode, down at the bottom, you have a what is it called? List stacking tool thing that when you click on it, it becomes a spreadsheet. What is that?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever seen you go over that.
Yeah, so you can open the spreadsheet and then you can put all the addresses in there and it will pop up green if it shows up more than once. It's pretty cool. With DeepSeek, it's kind of less important because we can just upload all of our data into DeepSeek and have it stack with us for free. So this is before DeepSeek got became a thing, and AI wasn't at that point yet. So I don't talk about it too much because AI kind of can do it now. I would probably tell you to go to AI and say, hey, show me properties that show up more than once. And it'll just auto stack and it's actually faster and way better.
Okay. So that's just something that you have put in there that's kind of like a manual.
Yeah, it's more manual than anything.
Okay.
I would prefer if you just used AI for it because it's faster and way better.
Okay. And then my last thing is you went over billing. There's nothing in mine. It's nothing there.
Are you being charged?
No, I don't see it. That's what I'm saying.
Are you being charged on XLeads?
I don't see it.
Okay. So on your credit card or your statements, is XLeads Ninja Mode charging you?
I have to go back and look because
if
inside
you're not,
of billing
won't show up.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Is your credit card? Actually, I can just log in as you.
The only thing I see is
what's your name on here?
It is LA Investors LLC.com. It's under the email that is under.
Okay. So I'm logging in as you right now.
You'll see the $100 that I charged it, but that's it. I've been using the account, so I don't see where nothing's been subtracted.
Okay, so I don't want to show your personal information here.
Okay.
So I'm just going to click this one. So it's not really going to show much. So I'm literally logged in as you right now. I'm in your account. Okay. Do you see this billing right here under settings?
Yes.
If you click that, it will populate data, which I'm not going to show. It's your personal information. So I'm not going to do that. But I click it. It shows your credit card that's connected. It shows your billing address, which I see.
Right.
Your billing address starts with a 12.
Right.
And That's pretty much it. And then if you go to invoices, then you need to go to the right where it says charges.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 charges on here.
Hold on one second.
And then I see the charges on here.
Let me go back because I just looked at that.
Yeah, no worries.
Let me go back. Billing. Okay, I don't think your team is understanding my question. I've been using this account since Friday. I've sent several text messages. Okay, where are they? Where are they showing the charge? I see where I put $100 in my wallet, and normally, because I've used Go High Level for like 5 years, so normally you'll see the itemized charges under wallet and transactions. Normally, like when you make cold calls, every time when you make a call, it will show you how long you was on the call, how many minutes it was. Same thing with the text messages. So all I'm saying is under my account, I don't see any of that. I don't see no kind of nothing is being charged. I do see my $100 balance that I put in the wallet, but that's it.
Okay. Well, then you're not being charged this. That's great. You get the
Okay.
texting for free.
I'm not going to argue with it. I'm just
Don't argue with it then.
Oh, maybe on your
I see on your account you're texting, but it's not charging you. So I would I'd be very quiet about that. Most likely it will probably auto-populate.
Okay.
But if
Well,
you
I just didn't want to. I mean, if it was something on your end, Zach, I didn't want to like be hosing you or nothing. So I just want to make sure that it's connected because I don't want later you guys to reach out to me and say, "Well, you owe me this," because something
I would never do that
right on the other end.
So I'll be honest with you, the texting that you sent were all sent today, which is Saturday, and on the 7th. Okay.
Okay.
All the texts I see were on the 7th.
Yeah.
And the billing updates are updated every 24 hours.
Okay.
So that's most likely the case. I really wouldn't be too worried about it. And worst case scenario, you get it for free, which.
Well, okay. Well, I'm
not going to go back. Give me money. Give me money. I don't do that.
Okay.
So Go High Level would have the problem, not me. So you'll be fine.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I
appreciate you giving some more details on that.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All righty. And Sandra, what's going on?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, good. So listen, my question is, I used XLeads to evaluate, to look up a property that it's a zombie property. Okay.
Okay.
And and amazingly, the owner is actually a contractor and a realtor, and he hasn't done anything with this property in years. I thought it was strange that he wanted so much and he's had it for 20 years and has done nothing with it. But I finally got some information. So something was, in my gut was saying there's something else going on with this property. So I did a little investigation, found out that he has an ADU in the back that's about 800 square feet with connected to a garage, and it's in violation of setbacks. It's got the whole building, and so I was like, okay, I'm not sure how this would be my first offer. And it's connected to another zombie property right next door, different owner. And I was trying to put in offers on both of them and then sell the paper, as a package deal. Okay. And so but I don't know how to. I want to make sure I'm evaluating this property correctly. So,
I'm a little skeptical here. If the guy owned it for 20 years, is there a mortgage on the property?
Nope, it's free and clear.
So, Xandra, just so you know, it's technically not a zombie property then. A zombie property is considered a vacant pre-foreclosure.
Okay.
And to do pre-foreclosure, they would have to not be paying a mortgage.
Okay.
Like, there's even no mortgage. So it's technically not a zombie property.
Okay.
So I don't know where you came up with that, but it's not a zombie. It might be a vacant.
Yeah, it's vacant. It's been vacant for a long time.
Okay.
And he's got and the structure in the back, the ADU in the back, he started building and he must have found out that he's had these setback issues. So I'm just trying to figure out how to come up with an offer for a property where a structure is going to have to be torn down. The house is fine; it needs rehabbing, but the structure in the back. How do I decide on a fair offer?
Yeah. So this is are you a general contractor by chance?
No, me?
Yeah.
Nope, I'm brand new. I started learning this from you, and I just got XLeads about a month ago. I've been just
Yeah.
trying to learn how to use it, and so I'm starting with this.
I'm just joking. Okay. I'm not a general contractor either. So if
Okay.
you want me to guess how much it would cost to take down that ADU and redevelop, so I
No, but
not me,
like in
not me.
terms of in
But
terms of making an offer, do
yes.
I do I just evaluate, because I know that structure is going to have to come down. I already talked to the city,
Okay.
and I've talked to zoning, and the setbacks are for that ADU. He's way out of compliance for the requirements for the ADU, but so it's going to have to be torn down and moved and it's a good distance. It's not like they can just cut off part of the building. So I'm thinking, do I just make an offer based on the single family home that's in the front of the property and not even include that, because it's useless. It's a useless structure at this
Oh yeah,
point.
you're completely right. So the reason I'm not an expert, so what I do is I just lowball the seller a crazy low price that
Hmm.
will 100% work for me, and then I just go back and find a buyer for a price they want, and then I make my money in between, right? So the point is, yes, you just comp the regular property as if
Okay.
it's your house, and then from there you just lowball them like crazy. You probably take another 10 or 20 grand off because of just this ADU situation. The permitting,
Yes, I already looked into all of that. I talked to the city. They
it
said
hurts your
that.
head. You have to get a permit to tie your shoes sometimes.
Yep. And,
So,
and they said that you can't even. They said that the only way to fix a situation like that possibly would be to request a variance to go before their city committee and all that. She's like, but that could take months, and then it could be denied.
here's my favorite part though, Xandra, right? There's a gal, her name is Sarah Smith, and
Okay.
her and her husband have been renovating properties in the area for 45 years. They are complete experts. Their cousins on the board, and all they do is renovate houses, and they're complete experts on it. And they would love to buy your house for cash. And that's who we're selling this headache to, because it's not a headache to them. So we're just going to lock this thing up for the lowest we can and then sell that contract to Sarah Smith or whoever it is, right? I don't know. And that's the name of the game. You don't need to worry about all this stress. You just
Okay.
lock it up and sell the paper. The cool part is you can still sell the deal with all these issues, because whoever you're giving it to is going to go inherit the headache, and they're probably going to make a ton of money flipping it too. So you win, they win. That's how it all works. So,
And do I have to disclose what I know about the problems on the property?
oh, you definitely should. It's
Yeah,
definitely
I
not
would want to. Yeah, because
you got to
that's
remember this. So this is how we do it, right? We go to the seller, and the seller will go with your offer if you can do one thing, very important, which is you can relieve their issue from them. Hey, Mr. Seller, I'm going to take care of this. Me and my partner, we're going to take care of the ADU issue. We're going to take care of the renovations. We're going to take care of the closing costs. We're going to take care of all of this. All we need to do is just have an agreement and a date of closing, and then the rest you don't have to do. You just get the cash and you're good to go. You sell the speed, convenience, and ease with the seller, and then you find a buyer who's willing to take all that hassle on, and then you make money in between. That's how you do it. This is a great deal. This is a great opportunity. Do not feel stressed over this. This is good stuff.
Okay. I've been losing a little bit of sleep, I gotta say.
You're not doing any of the renovations, so you're
Right.
fine. And
Right.
remember, there is a 64-year-old man who has been doing this for 40 years that knows everything, and this is like the piece of cake for him.
Okay. All right. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and send him an offer, and just based on the house then. And my last question would be, in terms of a buyer.
Okay.
I have one cash buyer who actually, the place where I'm living, he owns it. I'm relatively new to Florida. And so the house I'm renting, the owner is a cash buyer, and he has said that he's, looking to buy some more properties. So I guess I just have to, how much time should I give myself? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How much time? If he says he's not interested because it's way too much for what he does, he's a landlord.
See, the landlord guy's not going to like this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A flipper.
Oh, I just told you literally the type of buyer. It's someone who's been doing this for 40 years that that loves to renovate headache deals and make a ton of money. So you shouldn't be focusing just on that guy or gal, whoever your landlord is, because that's a landlord buyer. Though they want nice, clean, easy, simple houses, but you're going to get those deals. You need to get a flipper.
Okay.
So that's the way I'd be dealing with it.
That's what I was thinking. All right, cool. Thank you so much.
All right, Zandra.
Have a blessed day.
Lock this thing up, okay?
I will. I'll let you know. All right.
There we go. I appreciate it, Zandra. Have a great one.
You too.
There we go. Awesome. There we go. Guys, if you want to check out the best wholesaling software out there, get XLeads. And if you have a question, billing at XLeads.com will help all your ninja mode questions. So let me write it on here, just FYI. Billing is going to be for your ninja mode issues and for your billing issues. And if you have something about the software, so, I need this piece of vacant land, it's not popping up when I search, support at XLeads is going to be on the data side. The billing side and the ninja side is going to be support at XLeads.com. Guys, if you got any value from this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.